Hey, Ocklawahaboy Rocks. It's not Thunder Egg Thursday. I haven't given you many videos at all lately that weren't Thunder Eggs. And also you can see a little bit more of my shelf here. I've been getting rid of, finally, some of these old boxes from different rock hounding trips. And speaking of which, I had a treat a couple of weeks ago. I got to go out to southwest Utah. So let's head out there and see if we can find some petrified wood. Hey everyone, Ocklawahaboy Rocks. I am here in southern Utah, another one of my trips. This trip's a little different because I really did almost no planning for this trip, but thankfully there's guys like this around. Jared from Currently Rock Hounding. Sarah's over here. No Leica this trip, but we're going to go find us some petrified wood along this cliff face. Just one of many great views looking out, I believe, towards Zion National Park. And then here where the cliff is eroded away, we've got a nice big whole log there. Okay, so Jared tells me at this location where kind of going down on some of these lower ledges of the cliff and just seeing what we can find a little bit off the beaten track here. He has gone down different spots, so I'm going to kind of cut ahead here so we're not just following each other. And this spot looks a little easier for this Florida boy to navigate. There's little pieces around, and I'm not seeing anything down here yet. This looks almost like a seam of jasper or something in this rock. Not what I want to backpack out of here, but neat specimen. All right, here's something that caught my eye. Got some druzy, some botryoidal. Not even sure what you would call that.
I have at least a couple pieces of petrified wood.
Well, this little tiny piece I'll throw in because it's a good example. I'm hoping for something that actually makes me sweat a little bit on the hike back, but I'll keep this. Okay, this spot has a ton of little guys, and when I gift rocks, you know, giving someone a giant piece of rock isn't the best thing, so something little like that in a rock garden in a box works well. Sorry about the light, but I can't help where the juniper trees are. It looks like there was a piece in that rock. And then again, lots of littles. All right. Jared and Sarah over that way. They've evidently found some good stuff. Sarah, of course, is doing the finding. That's not just in the videos. That's the way it seems to work. So I'm going to try and work my way down there so I can work my way back over to them. Here's somebody left behind. I think I still got another 50 yards of bouldering to get over to them. I'm going to keep the bigger of these two pieces. All right, I've just about caught my breath. You should be able to see that almost complete round that Sarah found down there in the shadow of the rock. Just right between the two big rocks and frame. And then in the shadow of the pinyon pine here is one that's just sticking out of the earth. Who knows how much more log is under there. It might be something like we saw over at the dry wash a little while ago. And there's lots of other small pieces. Well, here's the spot where I'll fill my bag. This is after Jared and Sarah got the pieces they wanted.
We definitely took all the good stuff. Sorry about that.
Well, that's the way it goes. So I'm going to get a few, and then I'll quit picking up the little stuff. Well, we are at the next location looking for copper included wood. Jared and Sarah are currently rock hounding way up there. I'm sitting in the shade having a snack, and down there I can see pieces of petrified wood. So since we have to go back that direction, that's where we came from, I'm going to do my rock hounding down there and not try and go way up there with them. So this piece is kind of neat. It's got a little crystal, little copper. So it's small, but it's cool. So there's Jared up there.
This was a bad decision.
And I am at the lazy spot down here. But there's wood there. There's wood all through here. There's wood right there. So I'm going to pick around down here. Okay, I'm going to try and stay out of my own light here. But just above my shadow, there's a piece. See, there's some noticeable copper. Lots of druzy crystal. And it's small and will carry home easy. All right, I'm down at the bottom. Jared and Sarah are probably back at the trucks. I've got about half a bag of material. So this is going to wrap it for these two petrified wood locations. So here is the wood we found. A little bit more still in the box and a random piece of something else I found out there. So this is the cliff location. These quartz crystals in this wood seem to like grow in voids and grow towards each other, and then they get exposed real well when one side of that breaks off. So it's not flashy material, not, you know, not real lapidary material for sure. You know, I like to get material I can do lapidary stuff with. This is not that. Though that looks like a little tiny knot there where a branch was. Here's the area with the copper included. And I'm not sure if I've located all my pieces at this point, but I had hopes that maybe I would be able to stabilize some of this and make a cab with the green running through it, but I don't think I have any pieces I can do that with. And then there's this over here. Almost looks like it has a different look yet. I don't know if it's a different type of wood or what. Got a couple of pieces that almost look like they could be full rounds. But some of this we found just on the road, which would have been on the way back from this location and kind of above this location. So I don't know if it's truly like a third spot or third type, but it does look different from these other two. So probably the coolest thing about these spots, other than the views, are these quartz crystals. Okay, that was petrified wood hunting up on the Mesa with Jared and Sarah. Again, no Leica. Got to meet Leica later on in the trip. Got to stop by the house, and one of these days I'm sure Jared will show us his workshop when it's done. It is going to be a darn good place for him to make videos in the shop and process all of his material. And he's got a really good vision for that, and it's coming together really nice. He was working on it when I stopped by. He was nice enough to send my last few boxes of rocks home because I didn't get them all packed up in time to get them to the post office when I was there. I had to hightail it out of Utah and get back to Florida before Hurricane Milton got here. But anyway, another fun thing, nothing to do with rock hounding. While I was out in that area right after we collected the petrified wood, I have a friend who's a really big fan of another channel, Matt's Off-Road Recovery. So Matt does have an office where they sell their merch there in Hurricane, Utah. So I swung by to pick up a shirt, and one of the things they do is let anyone, nothing to do with me having a little tiny YouTube channel, after you buy a shirt, they let you go take a quick walk around the yard and look at their vehicles if they happen to be there and not in use. And Matt was doing a video with another channel there about an off-road record the other channel had, and in the video you can see little tiny me walking way back in the background. So in the same day I got to be in Jared's video. His channel's many times bigger than mine, and this big in a Matt's Off-Road Recovery video, and his channel's many times bigger than Jared. So it was just a fun day out there in Utah, and I will see you next time.